As usual, we are in medical health science study series that I'm going to take you about today concerning normal flora. Normal flora are microbiota, or you can call them microorganisms, which are the ability to live in the body of a human being without causing harm. So these are microorganisms with the ability to live in other parts of the human body without causing harm. So that means all your body has got microorganisms which live in there. For example, starting from the eyes to the skin to the mouth to the nails to the gastrointestinal tract. Of course, that is inside your stomach, the vagina, and all over your body. There are microorganisms that live in there, and they always have a role that they play. So I'm going to give you those roles now. You understand that these microorganisms play a very big role, a very important role in your life. One of the roles that they play, like those that are present in your GIT, they are in position to produce for you vitamin K and vitamin B complex. That is the advantage of those microorganisms that live inside your GIT. Then there are those microorganisms that have got the ability to live inside your GIT still. They help in digestion. So there are those that help in digestion, and there are those that help in the production of vitamin K and vitamin B complex. And of course, they also stimulate the immune system. Their presence in your body generally will stimulate the immune system to take part and act always to be ready to fight an infection at any time. Then of course, it also these microbiota or these normal flora organisms, they also protect against pathogenic microorganisms. In other words, for them, they take that place as their home and their environment. Any other intruder that comes into that place, they will make sure that they will destroy, maybe by the toxins that they produce or by depleting food that that organism could feed on. So those could be the mechanism through which this microbiota or this normal flora are able to defend you from different other infections. Then now you need to understand that what are these examples of this microbiota in specific parts of your body. One of them, I want to let you know that inside your GIT, inside your stomach, we have got microorganisms that live in there. For example, we have got bacteria that live in there. We have got fungi that live inside there. And of course, we also have some viruses that live inside there. For example, we realize that one of the fungi that live inside your GIT is Candida albicans. That one lives inside your GIT in small amounts. Of course, we also realize that we have got other bacteria like Klebsiella. They also live inside your GIT. Protea species lives inside your GIT. We have got E. coli, which is called Escherichia coli, that live inside your body. Then, of course, maybe I can go ahead and give you an outline of a certain few of them per body part. For example, if you think about your nasopharynx, your nasopharynx has organisms like Staphylococcus aureus, of course, Staphylococcus epidermidis, of course. You also have Haemophilus influenza living in there as one of those normal microorganism relationship in your nasopharynx. Those ones live in there and they protect against any invasion of any other pathogenic microorganism. You also realize that in your mouth, we also have Staphylococcus still living inside there. Then of course, you also realize that we have got Neisseria species living inside there. Then of course, you also have yeast cells. For example, we have Candida albicans living in your mouth in smaller amounts. Then of course, we have got one common parasite that lives inside your mouth, which is called Entamoeba gingivalis. Gingivalis is one of those parasites that lives inside your mouth and also helps, of course, in protection of your body by, of course, parasites depend on you. So in this case, they will be depleting the nutrients that other pathogenic microorganisms could have come to feed on. Then, of course, looking at the skin. The skin, of course, is one of the largest organs that you have in your body, and it has majorly Staphylococcus species living in there, where you have Staphylococcus aureus, then of course Staphylococcus epidermidis. Then of course we also have some fungal infections. In other words, not fungal infections, but fungi that live on your skin. Of course, these are microorganisms that live in your skin of fungal origin. For example, we have the trichophyton that lives inside there. We have got the microsporum, of course. Then we have what they call epidermophyton. Those are the dermatophytes that live on your skin. They majorly live on the other upper surface of your skin, and they feed on it. In other words, the dead surfaces of your skin, they feed on them, and they are the ones necessary for the production of dead skin. If you realize, women who plait their hairs and leave their hairs for long, and after you open it, you find dead skin. It is these dermatophytes that are majorly responsible for the production of that dead skin in there. Then